Welcome to the 13th annual Barstow Debate Celebration. While our format has changed this year, our purpose remains the same: to celebrate student achievement in debate. My name is Gabe Cook, and I am the head coach for the middle and upper school. Our students devoted hundreds of hours to debate this year, and their success once again filled the trophy case. Along the way, they became experts on this year's topic, improved their critical thinking skills, and had fun bonding with teammates and coaches at tournaments. Before we dive into the program, I want to thank supporters of Barstow Debate. We begin with a huge thank you to the Barstow Friends of the Arts, or FODA, a Barstow parent group that does incredible work supporting the arts in our school. FODA's been sponsoring our debate celebrations for years, and we thank them for their commitment. They also fund a research tool for us, LexisNexis, which is the most incredible database in the world, and it's been very useful in locating important evidence. And FODA has once again provided all of our seniors a gift. This year, it is a copy of the book, The Art of Possibility. Seniors, look for the book in the mail. We thank you, FODA, for your support. I would like to thank a few parents specifically. Nikki Fry is the president of FODA, and she's been working with me all year, and I thank her for making debate a priority. Before the world changed, I sat down with Nikki and Vicky Lopatovsky to help plan every last detail for our debate celebrations. I thank both of them and look forward to using those plans next year. Terry Munsell has been the coordinator for after-school food, and I cannot thank her enough for taking that task off my plate and making sure the kids have a snack before practice. And of course, we thank all of our parents. You all contribute time and resources to this program. You pick up your children after practice and late hours after tournaments. You deliver food to practices. You put up with children that want to argue all the time and are getting better at it. And many of you send your students to summer debate camps for several weeks. None of our success would be possible without your incredible support, and we thank you. Next, I would like to thank the Barstow School Administration. Mr. Foster, Ms. Bartow, and Mr. Fox have been unbelievable in their support to the coaching staff. We are lucky to have a budget that sustains national circuit travel, and that is no small feat. In fact, we're the only team in the state of Missouri that consistently travels the national circuit year-round, and we are fortunate to be able to do so. Now, Barstow Debate has not always been a national circuit program, but there's a long tenure of debate here. In fact, Mr. Fox was a Lincoln Douglas debater back in the day. Our brand of Barstow Debate started when Linda Collier was hired over a decade ago. In the beginning, Linda and an assistant packed a small team into a van and hit the road. Over time, the program grew and grew into what you find today, a squad large enough to justify charter buses and split squad weekends. The foundation laid by Linda Collier has led to sustained program success in both the middle and upper school, including amazing results this year. The middle school team had another remarkable season, even as we switched to a new event, Student Congress. It culminated with 8 Barstow students advancing into the top 20 at the annual Debate KC City Championships, 3 times more than any other team, and we had 16 students place in the top 30 in the year-end power rankings, 4 times more than any other school. In all, we won 44 awards at 5 tournaments, averaging just under 10 trophies every time we competed. I think that's pretty impressive for our first year competing in Congress. Part of our middle school success comes from mentorship by upper school debaters. They attend middle school tournaments to judge, coach the younger students, and help keep everyone in line. Special thanks to Meghana for excelling in this role and serving as my enforcer. We view Barstow Debate as one large family, and we are stronger because our upper school students pass it forward. Of course, our program's success is also closely tied to our coaching staff. Ms. Scott is the assistant coach for both our upper and middle school program. Her largest area of focus is the upper school varsity squad, and she's done an amazing job. Ms. Scott is beloved by the students because she is organized, efficient, tough, knowledgeable, dedicated, and she makes a great band playlist, one that is highly preferred over Mr. Cook's. It is a pleasure coaching the team with her, and I thank Ms. Scott for all her hard work. We faced more challenges than usual this year, but we stuck together, and I believe we will emerge stronger as a coaching staff. Our coaches extend far beyond me and Ms. Scott. Debate is a demanding activity that requires pre-round coaching for every team. So we hire the best debate talent in the area to coach our students. Our coaches this year included Elena Wahlberg, who's our main assistant, currently working towards her PhD at KU, which is one of the best debate programs in the country. The kids love her, and she can coach any argument. Joshua Moncure, one of the most talented junior college debaters in history, and someone that is exceptional at coaching critical arguments. Dylan Willett, a UMKC debater that has a lot of fans on the squad. Dylan can also coach any argument, and the kids love his passion. Justin Stanley, my former debate partner and the head coach at Johnson County Community College, who was able to come out to a couple tournaments with us and coach our novices. Ross Fitzpatrick, a Barstow alum and rising KU debater. In fact, Ross couldn't coach as much for us this year because he was always out debating for KU, and we are so proud and happy for Ross. Michaela Jones, a talented UMKC debater that we were fortunate to get to know this year. And Never Rose, a former debater at KCKCC and UMKC that also works for Debate Kansas City. We sincerely thank all of our coaches for doing an amazing job. Their hard work helped the upper school program turn in another great year. We won 20 team awards and 19 speaker awards, averaging nearly 4 awards per national circuit tournament. Some smaller programs may only win 4 awards all year. And we had teams in elimination rounds at 8 of the 10 tournaments we attended, which means we gave ourselves multiple chances to earn bids to the Tournament of Champions, which is the most prestigious high school tournament in the country. To qualify to the TOC, teams must earn bids by advancing deep into elimination debates at national circuit tournaments. You need 2 bids to qualify, or in the case of Amanda Munsell and Jacqueline Tingle, you need 1 bid and an exceptional at-large application. Amanda and Jacqueline helped Barstow Debate qualify teams to the TOC in consecutive years for the first time. I would also like to thank Noah Waldman and Megan Alacaretti for earning 1 bid to the TOC and coming so close to a second. It's a good thing they have a senior year to help us make it 3 in a row to the TOC. Now, the TOC is held every April in Kentucky, except this year. This year, the TOC went online. Amanda Munsell and Jacqueline Tingle made history by being part of the first ever national online debate tournament. They had an excellent showing, and in fact, they were just 1/10 of a point away from advancing to elimination rounds. Despite all the challenges, it was a great year, and I am fortunate to be the head coach of Barstow Debate. Now, I will pass things off to Ms. Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Cook, for those warm remarks. Barstow Debate is truly a special place for talent and hard work. The kind of culture that we have at Barstow is thanks to the legacy of mentorship that Mr. Cook mentioned. Our juniors and seniors are instrumental in the next generation of debaters. They spend a lot of their time talking with younger debaters in class, at tournaments, and even at home to help them understand new arguments and prepare. This spirit of mentorship also extends beyond their time just here at Barstow. We are fortunate to have alumni that want to come back and continue to help in any way they can. Kristen Tingle, Sam Short, and Solomon Park from the class of 2019 all judged and coached at tournaments for us this year. Miles, Amanda, and John have even already asked me when they can judge next year. That kind of support system ensures that even on a smaller squad like ours, there are plenty of resources available for our students. The varsity squad competed at 12 tournaments this year: the Travian Invitational, the J.W. Patterson Invitational, the Iowa Caucus, the Heart of Texas, Kansas City, Kansas Community College, Glenbrooks, Dowling, Montgomery Bell Academy, Omaha Westside, Samford, Pinellas, and the Tournament of Champions. The Travian Invitational at New Trier High School in Chicago opened our season this year. Oftentimes this tournament happens before our season actually begins, so it was truly a special treat to get to compete at a tournament with such fine judging. Miles and John and Amanda and Jacqueline both cleared to elimination rounds. Phoebe and Rishi then cleared to elimination debates at the Iowa Caucus tournament the following weekend. We then took a small group to the Heart of Texas tournament at St. Mark's High School, where both Amanda and Jacqueline and Avisha and Faison had 4-2 records. And Amanda and Jacqueline earned their first TOC bid. This is the first time that Barstow has ever bidded at the St. Mark's tournament. Additionally, Amanda and Jacqueline both received speaker awards. Our 4th weekend out, in a row, I might add, was at the KCKCC tournament with the whole crew. There, Amanda and Jacqueline, Miles and John, Noah and Meghna, and Phoebe and Rishi all cleared to elimination debates. Additionally, Barstow had 4 of the top 10 speakers at the tournament. Dowling was also a great showing for us. Noah and Meghana cleared to elimination debates in the varsity division, and Avisha and Quinn cleared in JV. Quinn is a novice debater. That makes that an incredibly exceptional feat. Their spring semester also started with a bang, and our juniors really take the cake on this one. Omaha Westside is on the tail end of winter break. There, Noah and Meghana received their TOC bid, winning the tournament in the process. Phoebe and Rishi continue to demonstrate their competitive prowess as well, clearing at both Sanford and Pinellas. Our juniors are certainly students to be feared on the national circuit next year. We ended our season at the first ever online Tournament of Champions. As Mr. Cook already mentioned, Amanda and Jacqueline did exceptionally well. In fact, it's the best that Barstow has ever done at the TOC since they cut the number of preliminary debates down from 7 to 6. Our novices also had a very busy year, competing at J.W. Patterson, KCKCC, Dowling, Omaha Westside, and Pinellas. Ethan and Logan finished in the Sweet 16 at KCKCC, Ethan and Jordy finished in the Elite 8 at Dowling, and Ethan and Jordy and Quinn and Logan all finished in the top 4 at Omaha Westside. This year, I also wanted to give a special shout out to Jack Urich. Jack debated Maverick or Without a Partner at 2 tournaments this year and had 2 separate partners on other occasions. At the Omaha Westside tournament, his 4-2 record should have earned him a spot in elims, but unfortunately Maverick debaters can't break at tournaments. He has truly gone above and beyond this year. The last thing I want to talk about before I turn it over to your NSDA president are cakes. This is perhaps the biggest format change we've had to make. Cakes at Barstow are a way we typically celebrate milestones for points the National Speech and Debate Association awards for competition in debate and speech. Students receive 3 points for a loss and 6 points for a win. Students receive their first cake at 500 points. That's anywhere from 85 to 160 rounds of competition. That is hours upon hours of preparation and practice. This year, unfortunately, we can't gather in Price Hall to cut these cakes. They are a good physical representation of the NSDA point awards we're going to talk about later in the program. Since we don't have our handy visual this year, please understand that our students have hundreds of NSDA points stemming from thousands of hours of research. It is truly remarkable. With that, it is now my pleasure to introduce Miles Luce, the 2019-20 NSDA president.
Hi, I'm Miles Luce, the NSDA president, and this is my senior goodbye. So after 6 years of DKC tournaments, city championships, hot air balloon and superhero debates, quick stops at gas stations, getting left at airports, touring beautiful cities with the people I hold dearest, I'm extremely sad to say that our middle school and high school debate career and experience has come to an end. While I wish that our season didn't have to end abruptly, I find it ironic for as much as we debaters imagine doomsday and apocalyptic scenarios, we couldn't have seen this coming. However, while our physical debates may have ended, the bonds that this activity has created for us have not been broken and will never be broken. I've learned that debate isn't just an activity or a game. It's much more than that. The amazing part about debate is that you can make it whatever you want it to be. For me, debate is just as much about community as it is winning or trophies. It is as much about late night hangouts in the dorms, dodging RAs at movie theaters, seeing your friends at tournaments, and talking about bizarre concepts like lobsters and the such, as it is about winning and trophies. Though debate has its ups and downs, I really wouldn't trade the experience for anything else. I'd like to thank my partners, Asim, Ethan Ellis, Amanda, Solomon, Jacqueline, and John for putting up with my wild ideas and my restless drive to break a new boundary. I'd also like to thank the coaches, Mr. Cook and Miss Scott, for always mentoring and encouraging me despite huge obstacles I faced over the season. I'd always like to thank my parents for driving me to the airport at the unholy hours in the night and during the morning, and for financing my debate career. And lastly, I'd also like to thank our retired coach, Dr. Collier, for serving an almost parental role for me and always encouraging me and always being there for me. She really made debate an amazing experience. And I'd just like to say that these have been some of the best 4 years of my life. I've met some of my best friends in debate, and I've made some of the lasting bonds that I know will never break in debate. And I just hope more people share this kind of experience, and that debate at Barstow continues to be this beacon of hope and friendship and community that it has been for me. So thank you. I love all of you.
Oh, hey Barstow debaters. I didn't see you there. Oh, that was so slick. Anyways, hi. My name is Amanda, if you don't already know me, and I am the vice president of this year's debate team. To start off my senior farewell, I would like to give thanks to Mr. Cook and Ms. Scott for being amazing debate coaches, for being dedicated to all of us and our success as debaters, and also to make sure that we can go to tournaments that we really want to go to. You're dedicated to that. Thank you for working for Misha for us. I would also like to thank Jacqueline, my amazing debate partner. Thank you for being so supportive, for being there for me, for laughing, for being willing to make new and weird arguments. Thank you for reading Bataille with me that one round at the Glenbrooks tournament. It means a lot, and I really appreciate your passion to let me explore whatever I want to. It's amazing, and I think that also speaks to you as a person. You are willing to take risks, you're willing to take chances, and you have grown so much as a person over this past year, and I thank you for allowing me to grow as a person as well, and for being there and support me. I would also like to thank my parents for sending me off to 7 weeks of debate camp, sometimes 3 and 4 before. Thank you for sharing me with the world. Thank you for letting me explore my passions intellectually. Thank you for letting me expand my horizons. It's been an amazing experience for me to join this debate team and to be a part of something larger than me. And I hope that you all have seen that growth in me as well. I would also like to thank the rest of the debate team. Thank you to the seniors who are graduating alongside me. Thank you for giving me some of the most amazing memories that I've ever had. Thank you for sitting in the hotel lobbies. Thank you for helping us prepare before huge debates. Thank you for doing our scouting docs. Thank you to all of the people who have been on my research squads so far this year. I appreciate your passion for debate, but I also want to leave you all with a couple of notes. I think that as I look back on my debate career, as I reminisce on all of the amazing times and experiences that I had, I wish that I had set aside my laptop and just taken a deep breath and absorbed the moment. I think that too often, because we talk so quickly and debates go so quickly, that we let our experiences and our memories in debate with our friends pass just as fast. I hope that as these years continue and as you younger debaters come up and maybe even take leadership positions, that you also aren't afraid to stop, and it's a cliche, but stop and smell the roses and be thankful for your experiences and your time with one another. Do your research, do your assignments, take your time on it, use it to learn. It's not just about the grade. Debate is about more than that. I hope that you all continue to learn and explore. I wish you all of the best success. Thank you for your passion and thank you for your support. Bye.
Hi, I'm Jack. Looking back over my years at Barstow, debate has definitely been one of my highlights. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Cook and Ms. Scott, as well as all of the people who have supported me. I've gained so much from doing debate over the past couple of years and have been able to make so many friends. I had a ton of fun and was able to learn so much. My advice to the underclassmen is that you should stick with debate even if you are unsure of yourself, because even if you don't succeed, at least you have learned along the way. I would also like to add that you should not let competitiveness get in the way of the fun times you will have going to tournaments with teammates. I have so many fun memories of traveling with the team and going to work nights. The Barstow debate team is such a supportive group of people that should not be taken for granted. Thank you again to everyone who was on the team and to the coaches that supported us.
Next, we will introduce our new NSDA members. First, Aram Salam, 45 points, degree of merit. Next, Aishi Sethi, 48 points, degree of merit. Anita Mohan, 66 points, degree of merit. Param Vora, 72 points, degree of merit. Logan Mulligan, 126 points, degree of merit and honor. Jordy Waldman, 129 points, degree of merit and honor. Ethan Urich, 135 points, degree of merit and honor. Quinn Luce, 180 points, degree of merit, honor, and excellence. With this NSDA membership comes an oath that our members take seriously. As a member of the National Speech and Debate Association, I pledge to uphold the highest standards of integrity, humility, respect, leadership, and service in the pursuit of excellence. Next, we have new NSDA degrees earned by our existing members. Nikki Adma, 72 points, degree of merit, honor, and excellence. Carolyn Fry, 228 points, degree of excellence. Meghana Gunapudi, 174 points, degree of excellence. Isabel Herrera, 210 points, degree of excellence. Faizan Khalid, 279 points, degree of distinction. Jack Urich, 304 points, degree of excellence. Avisha Pandey, 339 points, degree of distinction. Eric Wright, 357 points, degree of distinction. Phoebe Browse, 565 points, degrees of special distinction. Rishi Malay, 570 points, degree of special distinction. Meghana Lakareddy, 596 points, degree of special distinction. Jacqueline Tingle, 671 points, degree of special distinction. John Lubianetsky, 683 points, degree of special distinction. Noah Waldman, 781 points, degree of superior distinction and academic All-American. Amanda Munsell, 843 points, degree of superior distinction and academic All-American. And Miles Luce, 947 points, degree of superior distinction and academic All-American. It is now my pleasure to announce your new NSDA officers for the 2020 to 2021 school year. First is our mentor, Avisha Pandey. Next, our secretary, Meghana Lakareddy. Next, our vice president, Rishi Malay. And finally, our president, Phoebe Browse. Congratulations, new cabinet. Up next, we have our new debate letters. To letter in debate, a student has to compete or judge at 3 or more tournaments, have a 50% overall win-loss record, or have won an award. The following students are receiving new letters. Ethan Urich, record of 17-9, elimination rounds at KCKCC, Dowling, and Omaha Westside. Quinn Luce, record of 22-12, elimination rounds at Dowling and Omaha Westside. 5th speaker at Heritage Hall, 3rd speaker at Dowling in JV, and 5th speaker at Omaha Westside. Logan Mulligan, record of 17-9, elimination rounds at KCKCC, Omaha Westside, 1st speaker at Omaha Westside. Jordy Waldman, record of 16-10, elimination rounds at Dowling and Omaha Westside, 2nd speaker at Omaha Westside. And Param Vora, record of 7-10, 6th speaker at Heritage Hall. Next, we have some returning debate letters. In their second year, Avisha Pandey, record of 21-23, elimination rounds at Dowling, top JV speaker at Dowling. In their third year, Phoebe Browse, record of 27-21, elimination rounds at Iowa Caucus, KCKCC, and Sanford, 10th speaker at KCKCC and 3rd speaker at Sanford. Meghana Lakareddy, record of 34-24, elimination rounds at KCKCC, Dowling, and Omaha Westside. Rishi Malay, record of 25-18, elimination rounds at Iowa Caucus and KCKCC, 9th speaker at KCKCC. Jacqueline Tingle, record of 33-24, elimination rounds at New Trier, St. Mark's, KCKCC, Sanford, and Pinellas, 10th speaker at St. Mark's, TOC qualifier. Noah Waldman, record of 31-21, elimination rounds at KCKCC, Dowling, and Omaha Westside. And in their fourth year, John Lubianetsky, record of 18-12, elimination rounds at New Trier and KCKCC. Miles Luce, record of 18-12, elimination rounds at New Trier and KCKCC, 1st speaker at Pinellas. And Amanda Munsell, record of 33-24, elimination rounds at New Trier, St. Mark's, KCKCC, Sanford, and Pinellas, 3rd speaker at Pinellas and 6th speaker at St. Mark's, TOC qualifier.
This year, Barstow Middle School debate switched to a new event, Student Congress. The move was a response to rule changes, and it will help our students maintain novice eligibility when they join the upper school team, which is focused on policy debate. Now, Student Congress is an event that mimics the floor debate in the United States Congress and follows Robert's Rules of Order. And after listening to our students' speeches, I wish some members of Congress might start to mimic them. The way Student Congress works is you have a rotation of pro and con speeches as students debate mock legislation. Topics this year included arms sales to Saudi Arabia, gun control, and more. To celebrate our talented students and to give everyone a better idea of how Congress works, we invited Jaden Sampit and Margot Gonzalez to give a pro speech and a con speech on legislation that would end the sale of arms from the United States to Mexico. Jaden will give the pro, meaning she supports the termination of arms sales. Margot will give the con, which means she wants arms sales to continue and opposes the legislation.
You start drifting off to sleep one Friday night. Bang! You scramble to sit up, suddenly feeling a searing pain in your leg. You rip the covers off of you, and to your horror, find yourself lying in a pool of blood. You were shot. For what purpose? Sleeping peacefully? In Mexico, most of their guns end up in gangs and drug cartels, which causes countless murders by either stray bullets or gang members. I am in support of ending arms sales to Mexico, if only for their citizens' safety. I will be addressing our place in this and why we need to stop selling them weapons. The flow of guns from the U.S. to Mexico is getting lost in the border debate. Mexico's murder rate is at an all-time high, according to that nation's official figures. In 2018, the Mexican government recorded more than 30,000 intentional murders. Over 2/3 of those murders were committed with firearms. In a San Diego study, it noted that the estimate was conservative and the figure was likely higher. The country, which has a population of 125 million, had more than 10,000 homicides recorded between January and May of 2019. Research shows that the majority of guns in Mexico can be traced to the U.S. A report from the U.S. Government Accountability Office showed that 70% of guns seized in Mexico by Mexican authorities submitted for a tracing have a U.S. origin. This percentage remains consistent, said Bradley Engelbert, a spokesman for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. And the Trump administration has recently taken steps to ease rules on gun exports, which enables manufacturers to sell guns in Mexico and Central American countries. A report from the Central American Progress found that the United States was the primary source of weapons used in crime in Mexico. Mexicans are killing each other at record rates, and the U.S. provides the guns. It was an early morning in Acatito when a gunman stormed into the town and started shooting. Salvador Alanis Trujillo tried to fight back, but his shotgun was no match for their assault rifles, so he fled. By the time the gunman seized Acatito in 2013, the region was overrun with dozens of criminal groups battling for territory. There was one other difference. These criminals are now using AK-47s and AR-15s. Alanis was forced to flee Mexico because of this, and today millions of weapons are in private hands. Some of those firearms once belonged to the military or police and were sold into the underworld, but the vast majority were smuggled up from the world's largest gun maker, the United States. The arms buildup has helped fuel record levels of violence. Last year, Mexico saw 20,000 gun homicides, nearly 7 times as many as in 2003. Impunity in Mexico, where 95% of killings go unpunished, has spurred more people to take up arms and carry out their own justice. We kill each other, Alana said, and you send the bullets. Data collected from the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives also made clear where criminals in Mexico are getting their firearms. Out of the 132,000 guns recovered at crime scenes in Mexico from 2009 to 2018, fully 70% were found to have originated in the U.S., primarily in southwest border states, most commonly Texas. Most firearms trafficked to Mexico are brought legally at gun stores or shows by people known as straw purchasers, who then hand them off to cartels or middlemen. I urge you to stand in affirmation of ending arms sales to Mexico, because if we don't stop, they won't either. The decision is in your hands, whether millions of innocent people die or not.
Boom, get down right now, was the last thing David Langford's mother said to him before being shot by a member of a Mexican drug cartel. David's mother and 2 younger brothers were among 9 women and children killed in this gruesome attack. According to FoxNews.com, the Mexican drug cartels illegally traffic millions of guns into Mexico each year. I stand in opposition to this resolution because Mexican security forces depend on U.S. arms sales to provide a lawful method to procure the high-powered weaponry needed to defend the nation against the devastating array of firepower smuggled in by Mexican drug cartels each year. On to my first point. Arms smuggling is difficult to track, and that means the bill won't solve. Christian Rand, the legislative director for the Violence Policy Center, said, the traffickers are exploiting the background check system because they are getting people to transfer the weapons to them. And as long as they don't raise suspicion with the dealer, then it's difficult to identify that this is illegal. A 2016 study shows that these firearms were most often purchased legally and southwest U.S. border states, and then trafficked illegally to Mexico. Secondly, we can see that Mexico's military needs weapons. They're key to fighting cartel violence. Americans and Mexicans familiar with the Foreign Military Sales Program said that it reflects a revived security partnership between the two countries. It also shows Mexico's aggressive push to modernize its military in the face of powerful drug cartel adversaries. All of these buys have been used to replace existing systems that average 30 to 40 years old and drain budgets through high maintenance costs and poor availability. The buying also is a sign of the intensity of the war against the drug cartels. The Mexican military has aggressive operations, which have driven a rapid increase in defense spending. The lavishly funded drug cartels it fights are sometimes better armed and equipped than security forces. In conclusion, you cannot have a resolution inhibiting the lawful sale of arms that support Mexican security forces without first addressing the underlying issues which enable illegal arms to flow freely to the Mexican drug cartels. Until stricter laws are implemented by the US and other countries from which these illegal arms are smuggled, I stand firmly against a resolution inhibiting the sale of lawful arms to support the Mexican security forces and their ongoing fight against the cartels.
Great job, Jaden, and great job, Margot. Next, we will announce the students that placed on the Debate Kansas City year-end power rankings. These are awarded based on cumulative tournament results from the entire season. In the middle school house, first place, Margot Gonzalez. Third place, Mayek Vora. Fifth place, Paranjay Sharma. Sixth place, Tyler Bauman. Seventh place, Connor Lucido. Ninth place, Rish Sud. 10th place, Daniel John. 13th place, Chase Mulligan. 16th place, Owen Snyder. 18th place, Sunny Gandari. And 19th place, Eli Zeldin. In the middle school Senate, Barstow Award winners included 3rd place, Jaden Sampit. 5th place, Nithin Gudapudi. 8th place, Sriram Padabaraman. And 9th place, Jack Kuzi. And 10th place, the only student to place on both lists, Owen Snyder. Now we have our squad-based middle school awards. These were based on voting by the students. Most improved goes to Joshua Mammon. Community leader goes to Margot Gonzalez. And Congressperson of the Year goes to Jaden Sampson. Congratulations to all of our middle school award winners.
And now our final awards. We have awards for the top novice, JV, and varsity teams, and the top speakers. Then we will announce the Squad Person of the Year for consistent commitment to leadership and success of Barstow Debate. The team awards were decided by the student voting, and the speaker awards were based on season-long speaker points. To be considered a team for the recognition, the duo had to debate in at least 3 tournaments together. We will begin with novice awards. The novice squad has named Quinn Luce and Logan Mulligan as the novice team of the year. The novice speaker of the year is Quinn Luce. In JV voting, Avisha Pandy and Nikki Adma were named the JV team of the year. The JV speaker of the year is Avisha Pandy. The varsity team of the year selection goes to Amanda Munsell and Jacqueline Tingle. The varsity speaker of the year is Amanda Munsell. And the final award of the evening is to the Squad Person of the Year, selected by the debaters as the person who most consistently dedicates themselves to leadership and success of the squad. This year, our winner is Amanda Munsell.